Hello friends, I am Dr. Harsha Suryavanshi, Assistant Professor from Sri Shivaji Law College, Parbhani, Maharashtra. In this video, we are going to see history of trade union movement in India in its third phase, which falls from 1950 to 1991. We can also call this phase as post-independence phase or the third phase. Prior to this phase, that is in the first and second phase, care of organized workers was taken a lot. However, the workers working in unorganized sector were little bit ignored. In the independence phase, care has been taken of unorganized workers. Since it is post-independent phase, it is necessary to understand what are the provisions in the fundamental document of the state, that is Constitution of India. Fundamental rights that are enforceable against the state makes provision for right to equality. It also guarantees right to life and personal liberty to every person, which includes not just right to life but right to life with human dignity. Fundamental rights also includes prohibition of trafficking in human beings and forced labor in any form. By this, Bigar system or forced labor are strictly prohibited. Fundamental rights also guarantee prohibition of employment of children in factories. What are the directive principles that are there with respect to labor legislation? Now let us see. Article 39, Clause A deals with right to an adequate means of livelihood for every citizen. Article 39, Clause D also guarantees equal pay for equal work and thus prohibits discrimination between men and women. Article 39 also directs the state to make provision for health and strength of workers, men and women. It also says that tender age of children are not abused and that citizens are not forced due to economic necessity to enter avocations that are unsuited to their age or strength. Article 39, Clause F provides opportunities and facilities to children to develop in a healthy manner with dignity. It says that childhood and youth are protected against exploitation and against moral and material abandonment. The directive principles also include provision for just and human conditions of work, and there is provision of maternity relief to women workers under Article 42. Article 43 says that the state shall make efforts for providing living wage for workers. Article 43A directs that there shall be participation of workers in management of industries. Now let us see the legislative developments after independence. The Minimum Wages Act 1948 guarantees statutory minimum wage to all the scheduled employment workers. Maternity Benefit Act 1961 provides maternity benefit and other benefits to the women. Payment of Bonus Act 1965 assures partnership in profit sharing. Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 guarantees certain amount as gratitude towards the workman. Equal Remuneration Act 1976 prohibits any kind of discrimination in wages on the basis of race, religion, caste, sex, or otherwise. Prohibition of Child Labor Act 1986 makes provision for prohibition of children in certain avocations or establishments. Thank you friends for watching this video. Thank you very much.